Hi everyone, this video follows the video that I just finished doing on how to find a side of a right triangle using trigonometry. Okay, so I'm assuming a few things that you already know. I'm assuming you already know what sine, cosine, and tangent are. And remember, I have two other videos that are called Intro to Trig Part 1 and Intro to Trig Part 2. And I also uh, speak sometimes about something called the Zorro method, which you don't need to know in this video. As I'm saying it, I realize no need to tell you that. This video doesn't require the Zorro method. Okay, what you do need in this video is a calculator, and there's two kinds of calculators. There is a new style, like a digital calculator, and then there's the old style of calculator, where it's not quite as simple. But surprisingly, iPhones have this old style calculator as their default calculator. It's kind of interesting. Anyway, um, the first thing you should do when you have a calculator and you're doing trigonometry, you want to make sure that your calculator is in degree mode, okay? Degree mode. Make sure you have it in degree mode. I think I said it enough. Okay, let's practice doing this right now. We're going to take a decimal here. And here's the key thing you need to remember. I'm going to use the old-fashioned calculator first. It's this one that comes with Windows 10 seems to use the old-fashioned style. Make sure the calculator is in degree mode. And let's look at the first question. It says the inverse sine of 0.725 is what angle? So what I'm going to do here is punch this in. On these old calculators, I believe you have to go 0.725 and then hit, oh, where's the inverse button? Here it is. On this calculator, it's right here. Wow, that was tough. And then you have to hit sine. See how the little negative one up there, that shows the inverse sine button. So you click that. Boom. The degree that this would produce is 46 degrees. I'm just going to round it off, folks. I'm not going to go 46.5 or anything. I'm just going to say 46 for now. Okay? It's that easy. So you could take your calculator on the next question, and you would just type in 0.325 inverse. Oops, it already was on inverse. Interesting. Cosine. And 71 degrees. Do I really need to keep doing this for you? I don't think so. I'm going to jump to the last one here because it's got a 2 over 5. It's in a ratio form. Let's see. What you would do on your calculator is first go 2 divided by 5. That creates a decimal, which is 0.4. And then go inverse, which I already had pushed, and cosine. And I would get 66 degrees. Here we go. Let's take a new style calculator. I'm going to show the TI-83 on here. And I'm going to try and turn it on here with my mouse. There we go. Clear. All right. This calculator is in degree mode, as you can see. Make sure it's in degree mode once again. And let's try the first question. How would you type this one in? Well, this one you type it in just as you see it. When you are finding an angle, most calculators, you're going to have to push a button that looks like this. The second function button, or it might have the word shift there, or second F. It might have something like that. But we need to access this little sign to the -1 right here. That's in yellow. Okay, so I'm going to hit second function, sine, and then you type in the decimal. 0.725 or 0.725. It doesn't really matter. You can close the bracket if you like. It'll still work if you don't. And you get 46 degrees. So let's just verify. Let's try this tangent one here since we hadn't. Actually, no, let's not do that one. Let's jump over to cosine here. Second function cos. It's like the easiest mark your teacher could ever ask you to do is just take one of these decimals and turn it into a degree. This is now 71 degrees. Let's try this one on the end here where we got 66 degrees. The way you would type it in, now this is a second function cos, so you get that inverse cosine there. And then you go 2 divided by 5, close the bracket, and boom, 66 degrees. Okay, see how nicely that worked? Oops. All right. Now what is this over here? Oh, in case you want to push pause, you can see the buttons that I've just pushed on the new style and the old style. You can push pause if you need to. I'm going to keep moving though, okay? Okay, for the sake of everyone that's catching on to what I'm talking about. All right. So here we have a triangle, and we're supposed to find angle A. So I'm going to just put a little red mark there. And when we're done that, it says they want us to find angle B as well. I'll put that with 2 lines. Anyway, right now we want to find angle A. Well, across from us, or opposite us, is a 10, and on the hypotenuse is an 18. So opposite over hypotenuse. The only one that matches that between sine, cosine, and tangent is sine, if you recall. Because you remember those other videos? So sine of angle A, so I'm just going to write sine A. There's no angle that we know of, so we just write the A there to indicate what we're talking about, which is this angle A. Sine of angle A is 10 over 18. Do not put 18 over 10 or we'll mess up everything, okay? You don't need the Zorro method like we did in the last unit, or the last lesson. All you need is to take your calculator, and I'm going to start with the old style, hit clear. And on this old style, you have to actually go 10 over 18, 10 divided by 18, equals, you get this long decimal. And now this becomes a question, just like the ones we did on the front, just like these ones, all right? Which you may remember how to do. If you don't, here's how you do it. You take that decimal and you turn it into a degree by going second function, or in this case, it's this button right here. So you get this symbol. We want sine. And you get, we're going to round this off to 34 degrees. So angle A, and that's an angle symbol right there, folks. Angle A is 34 degrees. We now know this is 34. If we had to find angle B, which they're asking us to do, then all you would have to do is remember every triangle, no matter what size or shape of the triangle it is, the 3 angles inside always add up to 180 degrees. Okay? So you could go, if you wanted to be really quick, just take 180 and subtract 90 minus 34. If you subtract those from 180, you will come up with the answer. If you want to do that right now, you can. I'm going to keep going because I'm trying to show how to do this using trigonometry. All right? So I'm going to erase what I have here. Well, no, I don't need to erase it. I'll just put a line right there, put it in yellow. Here we go. We have beside us, if we're standing at angle B, we have adjacent, and we still have the 18 at the hypotenuse, but the 10 is now adjacent. Adjacent over hypotenuse is cosine. Cosine of angle B is 10. Again, be careful to put the 10 on top and the 18 on the bottom. Hypotenuse always goes on the bottom of sine and cosine. The hypotenuse is always on the bottom. Okay. Angle B is equal to, now I'm going to use the new calculator to find this one because I used the old-fashioned one on the other angle. So let's try the new calculator for this one. We want to go second function. Remember, it's going to be second function or shift on your calculator. We're looking for cosine. We want to make sure we have that little -1 showing. And you want to go 10 divided by 18. I'm going to close the bracket. Hit enter. Bang. We're done. 56 degrees. Let's write that in there. 56 degrees. Now, the way we can check to make sure we got this right, 56 plus 34 plus 90. What is that? If you take a calculator and add that up right now, you should get 180 degrees. And that is how you find an angle if you're given 2 sides on a right triangle, okay? It's pretty quick.